What's up, everybody? This is Bryson Fowler, Boss Talks on the Rooftop. Good old aviation edition. Now, we are at the lovely hangar of Good Old Aviation. They've been such a gracious host to allow us to hang out with them and just, have the podcast here. Now, today, I have the great honor of introducing a gem in the cigar world, Mr. Tony Rawlings. What's up, family?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
Great.
Now, just a little bit about you. You're originally from Pittsburgh, and you started your Steel City Cigars. And I'm gonna go in and pass the torch on to you.
Okay.
So we can roll into like your journey into becoming a master blender and blending for other various entities that's deep within the cigar industry.
Yeah. So actually, I started.
Well, real quick, go ahead.
I started with I still am with Casa de Sueños, which it's a group of 5 guys, and we all wanted to blend a cigar together. I met them as me working as a physical therapist. Went to one of the lounge that they owned and started talking to them, and they wanted to do the same thing I was doing. And we collabed together, and then we came out with Casa de Sueños, which was the first cigar was called the El Soñador. And we blended that, and actually, man, before we even got it out, we had people that wanted to buy it. So when we saw that, I mean, them numbers was big too. I was like, wow. I said we should keep this cigar.
Yeah.
And we kept it. The El Soñador just blew up everywhere, especially like in California. And then, we came out with another one, Fantasia. And then we came out with the 5th, which is our 5th year anniversary. But there was something with me that I wanted to do. I wanted to express cigars myself and create my own blends. And that's where I started Steel City.
What's hilarious is that I didn't know you were a physical therapist at first.
Yeah, man, long time.
I initially went to school to be a physical therapist.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I did all my volunteer hours when I graduated high school at a PT clinic up in Irving, Texas off of MacArthur Boulevard. And I went to UTEP, changed my degree to business administration.
Oh, okay.
And then was still doing volunteer hours just because I like helping people. So I love the fact that we have that commonality in the background.
Yeah.
So when you were doing physical therapy, as your professional, like how did you come across the world of cigars?
So, me traveling as a therapist, I was traveling everywhere. So and I always loved cigars. So it gave me an opportunity to see different lounges, meet different people. And like I said, I met them guys at LG Cigar Lounge in San Jose, who became my partners in Casa de Sueños, and it went from there. We hooked up with the De Los Reyes family, which is one of the biggest families in the Dominican Republic for our tobacco, and selling tobacco to major blenders major brands that like LFD and AJ Fernandez and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing. So like that's a huge veer from being into traveling PT. So you making that good money.
Yeah.
And then you go into a passion of yours. So now it's not like you're working.
Yeah, so I actually slowed down on the physical therapist part as far as actually treating people. So, I still do it. I do consulting work for nursing homes and therapy departments, but cigar thing has taken over, so.
Yeah.
This is my thing.
That's amazing. So you did a lot of traveling. So then with the cigar, it just manifested it into itself. So you stayed traveling. So you got a lot of frequent flyer miles.
Yeah. But traveling with the physical therapy actually helped the Casa de Sueños brand. Because every city I would go to a lounge, and I would push Casa de Sueños.
Right.
And They would carry it in their lounge. Go to the next city, same thing. Next city, same thing. Next thing you know, Casa de Sueños is everywhere.
Right.
And our cigars have been so consistent for so long. It was easy for Steel City. All I had to say was, "Hey, man, I'm rolling, doing my own brand. Like you to try it." And it's like, "Oh no, definitely."
Yeah, for sure.
And Steel City is doing crazy numbers right now. I didn't even expect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I appreciate it.
But what's crazy is like, you know, we're in Dallas, and like I ran into your brand at Allure Cigar Lounge. KC, he was like, "Yeah, man, your brother, he know his shit. This is good. This," and I was like, I mean, stay Steel City on this Pittsburgh. I'm a Dallas fan, so I already have my biases.
Yeah,
I ain't go front. I already had my biases. Like the first smoke I did, I was like, it didn't really hit me all that well. And I'll be honest too. My palate at that time wasn't as mature as it is now.
Okay.
So running into you again, and you gave me another Steel City cigar, and it just absolutely hit. And I'm like, man, I don't know what that first one I had, but this one that I got here, I know. And so we did a tribute to your for Black History.
Yeah, you did.
So,
and
man,
I greatly appreciate it. That was great,
bro. I appreciate you and your craft, bro.
You know what happened with that first batch? I think I brought it out prematurely. Like I didn't let it age as long as I should have. As far as after, so the tobacco's already aged 6 years.
Right.
6 to 10 years, and then once it's wrapped, you know, they say 30 to 60 days. And I was right on the cusp of 60 days. I was like, man, let's get this out of there.
Right.
Because I was trying to get it out for Juneteenth. So Juneteenth is actually my anniversary, first year anniversary for Steel City.
Oh, nice.
So I pushed that out there pretty fast.
Yeah.
And I probably shouldn't have. But so when the second batch came around, everybody was like, man, this is something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and that's where I think that's where I'm at with it. It's just it's an amazing, like, I mean, you give me a new release that I should probably not tell.
Yeah, that's coming out soon. It's called that's gonna be called Creme de la Creme.
And it's
The best of the best.
Yeah. It's one of them ones, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna wait to give you my judgment on it, but it's one of them ones. I was like, okay.
Yeah, man. When I blend it, I try to mix different flavors together. Sometimes I get a little crazy with it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But I just try to go outside the norm.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you earlier, I got a Candela coming out, and most Candelas are like mild.
Yeah.
Mine's is almost a medium plus. It's called Mean Green, and it's not your average Candela cigar.
Well, see, you know what's crazy is like you're holding true to the name, like Steel City, like it's that blue collar, we tough guys, but we like good shit. Like it's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
But it's just like we hard workers type. So that's why I always have a respect for like anybody out of Pittsburgh, and you know I like the moniker that represents Pittsburgh, right? So you hold true to this because even the Creme de la Creme, it has a strong, like
The best of the best.
it's not a kick, but it's a strong hold to you. It's like it's like, come here, son.
Yeah, it's gonna hold you for a second.
Yeah, you know, and so and then it has like this syrupy, creamy note to it that like just kind of swirls around right after the initial like grasp.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like I said,
I'm fucking with it for real.
I like messing with a lot of different tobaccos. If it's Dominican, Nicaraguan, I don't mess with Honduras too much. Kind of gives me dry mouth, but if I could find a good leaf that can pep something up for me, I'll do it.
Is there a touch of maple in here?
Yeah.
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 So yeah, man, I'm trying to. I'm telling you, I'm on you. You got something with this, brother. Creme de la creme, guys. Be on the lookout for
Yeah,
it.
it's coming soon.
So With going from your PT going into like cigars, what is your true palate? Like I know you have like an eclectic and variety of different like flavors that you like to mix and blend, but like what is true to you?
I am a true medium plus. I like a full body every now and then. I don't want nothing to. I smoke a lot of cigars,
Right.
so I normally smoke my full body first, and then go down as the night.
Then level off.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
because the full body you want to taste. If you want to taste what you're smoking, right? And then you level off. So if you start with the mild and build up, by the time you get to that full body, your palate is dancing everywhere. You're not going to taste that strength, that Ligero, or anything like that. So it's best to start with your full body first and mellow down. That way you're there mentally.
Right.
Yeah, because this is an experience. This is not. I see people, and I smoke a lot of cigars. I see people just smoking cigars just to smoke them, which that's a good start to get them caught up. But this is an experience, man. And if you actually like look at the whole ritual of cigars, it takes about 45 minutes before you even smoke a cigar.
Right.
Yeah, then you got to light the candle.
Yeah.
You gotta light the foot, and then purge it, then set it down, and then this is where you're supposed to actually start puffing on it.
Yeah, getting the flavor to it. Yeah.
Right. And so this is the whole ambiance and whole culture of it, and that's what I really fell in love with. Like I even went as far as figuring out like where did the bands come from. And you ever heard that story?
No,
So-
tell me about that.
So the Indians, during the French Revolution, when the Indians was smoking cigars, and the French, they had the white gloves. So the white gloves, the cigars were staining their white gloves. So they came up with bands to not stain their white gloves, and then they would put their mistress on the band. That way they knew
Whose
whose
it was?
cigars it was.
Wow.
Yeah. Like there's
Oh, that's deep.
this culture is deep in cigars, man. And that, like I go to Dominican Republic and I learn something new all the time. So, this is life for me right here.
Right. See, you just plugged the gym in for me, like, just with the French having white gloves on, they had put the bands on to keep their
gloves from staining.
gloves from staining. Now that's a hidden gem on it. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, we started putting bands on recently
Yeah.
so we can tell the difference between the product. But no, it was a little way deeper than that.
Yeah, man. I mean, cigars is so open, even when there's a new cigar smoker, right? Mostly everybody wants to go with give me the flavor, start with the flavor, and I don't let them do that sometimes. Like
You can't.
So what I tell them, I say, what are you going to do with this cigar? Are you drinking with it? And then what are you drinking? Michael Herlock said this, and I'm repeat it for him because I thought it was brilliant that he said it. Is he asked, because you're a new smoker doesn't mean you necessarily have to have flavor.
Right.
So what are you drinking with it? Are you drinking bourbon with it? Drinking dark coffee with it? What are you drinking with? So if you're drinking bourbon, you want a Maduro, or you want something with a little full bodiness.
Right.
Or if you're drinking beer or wine or something, you can go with something light. But then, people look at the Maduro wrapper and say, "Oh, that's a strong cigar." No, it's actually a sweet wrapper. That's what goes in that mug.
Yeah, that makes it a stronger cigar.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the difference between like a Maduro, Connecticut, and Habano. Because like you said, a lot of people don't know that a Maduro is really a sweet wrapper.
It's actually a sweet wrapper. It's just been matured, aged. That's what Maduro means. It's been aged for a while. And then you get the Claro wrapper, which is Candela. It's a green wrapper. That's
Right.
the age. And that used to be the only cigar they used to smoke back in the day.
Yeah,
And then
was a Candela.
Yeah, and then you get when you go to the Habano and the Connecticut. Well, the Connecticut is a darker shade of the Candelo start get aged, and then Habanas age, and then you go through that. But they all have different characteristics. They all have different flavors of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, even like the Ligero. The Ligero, a lot of people get nervous about the Ligero because it's strong, but there's part of the Ligero wrapper that it's not even strong. Like I got a double Ligero in the El Soñador, and it smokes like a true medium.
Oh wow.
Because we didn't pick that top part of that Ligero
Right.
leaf. We picked a
Certain pieces
certain
that you
piece
can.
for the flavor. Yeah.
So, going into picking your different flavors, like helping a neophyte understand, like, why not a flavor versus why a flavor.
Yeah. So it's all up to what your palate wants, you know, and how you want to feel, and how you want to experience this cigar. I like going to cigar lounges when it's full, and hanging out with my guys smoking a cigar. But most of the time, I like being in my garage or my man room or by myself. Period, and relaxing and actually going through a journey and thinking about, you know, my day or my next couple of days or whatever. That's what cigars is about. It's about you dreaming differently.
Right.
Thinking differently.
And see, there was a podcast with Chevalier Life.
Okay.
And him and Steve Bartelli of Milan Libre.
Okay.
They said, like, you know, there's a huge difference between cigar smokers, cigarette smokers.
Correct.
When you're a cigarette smoker, you're thinking about how am I going to pay these bills, what's going on in my life, what's going wrong, and you're just trying to get through it. It's an anxiety smoke, where like a cigar is a thinking man. Like you're kind of celebrating, you're appreciating, and then you're also like elevating to the next plateau of where you're gonna go with your life.
I mean, look at your ashtray.
Right.
It's not a little tin little ashtray.
Nah.
You take, in your mind, you want something that complements your cigar.
Right.
From the ashtray to what you're drinking. Mm-hmm. So it's a relaxing thing. It's a thing that can guide you through life if you really let it do it.
Right.
You know?
Right. And see, I've always felt like, you know, cigarettes couldn't do it for me. I never liked today's cigarettes or anything like that. I've never been like a cannabis smoker or indulgent in it. But cigars just seem to be my lane, you know?
Yeah, that's
it's one of the things that, like, you have the science behind it, and then you can just mellow out and really just vibe to your music, vibe to your drink or spirit that you're partaking in, and then just helps you elevate and alleviate everything that's going on.
Yeah, and then if you see the process from seed to roll, man, just that process opens your mind up about what you really smoking. I mean, a couple hundred hands touched this before
got to you.
Yeah. You know, and these people, that's their culture. They put a lot into it. You know, and it's a great
something.
thing. It means something.
Yeah.
It means something. And, you know, cigarettes don't mean that.
So, for you, what does your brand mean for you?
My brand mean for me. So, Pittsburgh is a great place. Don't get me wrong. It's a great place. But there's a lot of struggle there. So there's a lot of hard work has to be done for you to succeed in Pittsburgh. And, you know, like any inner city kid, I had to do hard work, you know? And for me to come out of that and to come into this, to me, is better than any diploma or degree that I ever got.
Right.
Because when I go back home, people look at me like, you made it, like I'm Jay-Z or something like that. But I understand it because it's probably something they want to do that they never thought that they could do it. And I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
But when I got a hold of how to do it and start watching watching people move in the cigar industry. And then I tried it and did it. I'm like, wow, I did it.
Yeah.
You know, like my kids think I'm famous. I'm like, oh, I'm not famous. Yeah.
I mean, you big time in this cigar. It's $1 trillion industry.
Yeah. I mean,
You get big time in this industry.
I'm just playing my part, and that's what I like about this industry, is there's tons of cigars. Everybody's playing their part.
Yeah.
Everybody's expressing their palate, their blends, and there's no fighting over it.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Oh, don't smoke his cigar because mine's is better. No, there's none of that.
No. Well, or at least that I've experienced at this
Yeah.
juncture anyway. Like, you know, they were like, hey, well, try mine and try this and try that. It's more so like, hey, we want to share these experiences with
Yeah.
you versus like, you don't need to experience this over here.
Right.
Only this lane is for you. And I love that about the community
Yeah, it's
of the cigar industry.
it's fantastic, and there's room for anybody. You know, there's some cigars that I particularly didn't go with my palate, but I appreciated who gave it to me, and I appreciate their expression on how they rolled their cigar.
Yeah.
That actually helps me to create what I create.
Right. Because now you know what you don't particularly like.
Correct.
In that regard, but for their buyers, for their consumers, that's the bee's knees for them.
Yeah. Everybody's palate is different.
Right. So speaking about different palettes, different cigars, man, you got a whole line that you brought with you.
Yeah.
And I want you to show us what you got, so we can let the people know that there's so much out there just from Steel City Cigar.
All right, so this one right here that I'm smoking on is the Hill District. Leaf and Grain Society magazine just rated it. This got rated at 93.
Shout out to Gray Bar.
Yeah. So this is a Sumatra wrapper, Connecticut broadleaf binder, Dominican and Nicaraguan filler. I will tell everybody what it is, what's in there, but just not yet.
Right.
I'm going to do that soon, but
Right.
just not yet.
I'm with you.
This is called the Dirty Bird. So this one is a Maduro wrapper, and I have a Sabe Sente binder, which is Dominican, and also has Nicaraguan and Dominican filler in there with one Ligero. So this is like a medium to mild to medium, maybe a true medium, I say. And then this one is what's going hot right now. Everybody is loving this one. And it's a little different because most people put Ligero in the filler. So this is a Ligero binder and wrapper. This is called the Bell Ringer, and it's everything that the name
It's
says.
potent.
So
I've had that particular one. It's very potent.
I advise you to eat with it, but you're going to get a lot of flavor in this one.
Definitely, most definitely.
And then what you're smoking is the Creme de la Creme.
Creme de la Creme.
That's new one coming out. It's a Habana wrapper.
Which it's absolute.
With a jalapa filler.
Fire.
Jalapa binder and filler. And I have some other leaves in there. And then, I'm going to mention it, but I'm not going to. So I'm testing blends of, I'm half Filipino.
Yeah.
So I have my uncle was growing tobacco in the Philippines for me. So I'm coming out with a Filipino Puro.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, nothing that people haven't seen that in years.
So, are you a fan of Joe Coy?
Yeah.
So, he did a stand up where
I just watched it.
all the Filipinos are breakdancing.
Hey,
Were you a breakdancer at one point?
I was crazy breakdancing. we like breakdancing. We like dancing and karaoke.
Yeah. So, bro, how can we find you? How can we connect with you?
So, SteelCityCigarCompany.com. That's the website. You can always reach me on there. I'm in a lot of different cities, a lot of different stores. California is actually my biggest market. And I just got in overseas, so I'm in Switzerland. I'm in Dubai, and I'm in Dominican Republic.
Man, big money moves, brother. I love it. Hey,
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate you coming through.
Hey, appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, remember, like, subscribe, share the channel. Check out our guys, Steel City Cigars. Go to kingpinluxury.com. Pick up all your cigar accessory luxury items, your cutters, your torches, apparel, tumblers like you see here on the desk. And shout out to Chevalier for our lovely, lovely, beautiful Boss Talks humidor. And guys, remember, storms don't last, but your home should. Peace.
Keep smoking.
2 fingers.